when I took this car apart, one of the dirtiest areas I had was right here where the power steering pump is. I've already cleaned that pump a few times. It was so caked with grease it wasn't even funny. I literally took one of the yellow tools for popping door panels and scraped grease off of the side of here. So the other day I was underneath the car and on the very bottom of this thing was freaking oil leaking. So I really don't want to put together all this nice stuff and have this thing pissing fluid again. So I've made the decision to go ahead and replace it. So FedEx came today and dropped off a nice remanufactured GM pump, and while I'm in there I'm going to go ahead and replace the lines. Here's the second set right here, which is actually a good thing because I was a little bit concerned with them. They're down there. I know it's kind of dark, but they run right here underneath the radiator. You can kind of see it. I know it's dark, but anyhow, they run all the way here for some reason and come up. Here's the two lines. And there appears to be some, like, there's a bracket there's two brackets that hold them on, and they look like they rub through a lot. So it's kind of a good thing. Anyhow, I really was kind of wanting to replace that, but like I said, I don't want to put this thing together and have this thing leaking fluid. So the one underneath here, it looks like it's probably leaking from here or something. I don't know, but it's all wet, nasty. So I just want to have a nice, clean car. Even like right here, you can still see some residual oil. I scrubbed the crap out of the top of this gearbox to try to make this thing look somewhat clean. So yeah, it's just gonna be better, but there we go, more parts. We're gonna end up doing that here next. So right now, while I have the lines out of the car, I'm gonna go ahead and get my wrenches ready. I went under the car guessing. Wow, I'm horrible guessing sizes, ain't I? There we go. That's a 15. That's because that's a 16. Yeah, it seems like every size I need, I don't have in this. It really sucks because this is nice soft brass, and I really would much rather use the proper tool, but there we go. Alright. Get ready for a mess. See, this is what I was talking about. These lines look really corroded for some reason right through here. I don't know, it just kind of worried me. I guess it's not as bad as I thought, but we got the pieces, may as well replace it. But look at this, look at how wet that is. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and make more work for myself. What the heck? No, that is a small one. Or this is probably American, because this is what's on the car. Great. Great, great, great. Ain't that something? Damn, the replacement parts are metric. What's on the car is American size. How awesome is that? Jeez. I'm getting too old to be climbing in and out of this damn car like this. So it's a 5/8 for any of you keeping track at home for whatever reason. Go figure. Damn it. Alright. Honestly, this thing not being bolted in isn't going to work, so I'm just going to take it off with the lines and everything and hope for the best. I was really hoping to not make such a mess by just taking that out, but really got no choice at this point in time. I always do everything the difficult way. Let's get the rag ready. Damn it. Ow! Fuck! Ugh. That hurt. Okay. Alright, make sure you install your brand new O-rings because you won't want any leaks. And I wondered why they had sent this. I guess I still wonder. I guess that's to push the O-ring on. I thought it was to protect it. Alright, so because I'm not putting the power steering pump on right away, we're going to go ahead and leave this on here to protect it. Yeah, there we go. And now this was something like this, right? That's something else I'm going to need to pick up too. I'm going to have to pick up some power steering fluid as well because I don't have any. I got some automatic transmission fluid which can work, but I'd rather only do that in a pinch if I had to. Alright. This just seems weird, like it didn't really go this way, but I guess it does. And the pump should hang the pump should hang somewhere around here. Yeah, that should do it. Ow! Damn! You're going to do this job when you had this line out, you may as well loosen up this line. Then you have more room, and you won't be at an angle like that, and you won't smack anything like I just did again. Oh, wow. Look at all the fluid coming out of that. That's disturbing. Anybody have any idea why this thing is this long? Oh, tell me this is gonna be in the way too. This whole thing is just getting to be a dirt in my eyes felt wonderful. Alright, so this is the harness for my fans, and it looks like for some reason it feeds in between here, so I know there's a quick release here somewhere. Alright, there it goes right here, this very top piece. Just pick it up like that, and these swivel out. Now I can turn these sideways, and I should be able to slide that out. Where's safety goggles? Damn, there's a lot of dirt down here. Sheesh. I'm telling you, there's a lot of dirt down here. Jeez. And then they make it so you have to pry these brackets off. How nice. Because the new tube does not have it. Let's see if we can just pick this thing up here. Oh, come on. It would get stuck on someone. Oh crap, that's this whole piece. Look at that. That I did not know. Alright, guess we're gonna go up top. Figure out what the hell's holding it up. Damn, get too old for this. crap. Alright, word to the wise, if you're going to do this, take this line off, then do this one, then put that one in, because this is what was getting in the way. And I don't feel like I'm doing it. Alright, got a little bit of, we got one more O-ring here. Let's grab this new one here. Let's get that on there. Let's try to get this in here without too much trouble. We have it. We got our lines installed. Now we're just waiting on the when I put in the bracket, I'll install the pump, because there's no sense in me just hooking up the hoses to it and have it bouncing. So besides, to make it easier, put the bracket in without that pump bouncing around right there. Wish I could get this AC compressor out of here, but it is what it is. Look at all that grease from that thing leaking. Wow. Yeah, so definitely when I get the engine back together, we're going to be doing a good power wash and getting all this grease cleaned up and out of here. But there we go. I don't see any fluid leaking out. Looks nice and tight for the time being. God, look at all that right there. Look at that. So yeah, I'm pretty glad to have replaced these. I will say though, take this first line out, get it out of the way, then remove and reinstall this secondary line, your return line. Do that one first, because as you can see right here, the way this is in front of this makes it impossible. And I didn't show it in the video, but I did take this out to install it and then put it back. So just a friendly tip there from your L to the W. Got my brand new idle air control valve, if you can see that. Look at that, not a carboned up pintle, and this gasket right here is brand new. I actually was doing a video on this, and when I touched it, it disintegrated. So it was time for a new one. And I got my fittings that fit into the factory fuel line. This is going to let me thread into the factory fuel line and be able to hook to that beautiful first TPI intake. So I want to give a thanks, and I'm going to probably say this again too, but a thanks to Brian at Tune Performance and Ken at First Fuel Injection. You know, for a small channel like me to get people to help me out, it's tremendous, and I can't thank them enough for offering me the services and that, you know, and working with me. You know, if you're a bigger channel, you know, it's easier because you're going to get a lot of more reward out of it. So these guys coming in helping out the little guy does mean a lot. Thank you, Brian and Ken, for supporting me and this build. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed it. Wasn't really anything I planned on doing, but when I saw how messy that power steering pump was still leaking, even the car hasn't run, it's just been hanging there and fluid was running out, just kind of a no-brainer to do it. I want to make this somewhat a show car. I want to be able to take it places, and I don't want to have it just this oil spilled everywhere. And it's kind of a safety thing too. You know, you never want any of these lines to blow or the power steering pump to fail. I mean, you're not going to crash the car. You could still steer it without power steering, but you know, who knows? If you're on the track and you end up blowing a line and you end up getting hydraulic fluid all the way down the track, that's a bad day, not only for you and everybody. You know, cars have wrecked because of that. They've gone and something's blown, they spill oil. I mean, you're putting all your power to the back wheels and all of a sudden you spin out in your own oil. I mean, it has happened. So, you know, it's just good, you know, for cleanliness and safety and stuff. And, you know, so it gave me something else to do. I mean, I know it might not be the most exciting thing. It's not a performance part, so forgive me for that. But there's people out there with these cars that are looking for information on how to do it, so I'm just trying to provide that to them. So hopefully you enjoyed it. The next video coming up, I think it's the next one, I'm going to show you what I did to this car. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot show you. I've already teased it before. The car right now, I don't have it up in the air. She's on the ground, and I'm going to show you why. Woo, like I said, I'm a little bit ahead on the video, so Yeah, so, and I also want to pump out a few other things I've been wanting to do too. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification. I got a lot of good stuff coming up, I promise. So stay tuned. Like, shares, comments, definitely appreciated. Links down below for merchandise and links to goods, products, services, and things like that. Again, thank you everyone, man. Exciting time. We're going to get this car on the road, looking to do the Hot Rod Power Tour this year, and maybe some other events. Cannot wait to bring this car out. Oh yeah, Camaro Fest is a definite. That's a definite. Got to do that one. So anyhow, thanks everyone for your support, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.